Hello and welcome back into the Delmarva Sports Insider. A little promptu as we were trying to get, settled here and situated on the set. So Jonah has given up his spot on the desk and for a good reason. We are joined by the Bayside Player of the Year, Cassie LaCates. We also have first team All-Bayside middle hitter, Morgan Esham. And of course, we have Coach Irma here as well, the Coach of the Year. So congratulations to all three of you guys, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Coach, we're going to start with you, and we're going to hear from the girls in a few minutes, but were you expecting to have such a successful season? I want to give viewers a little bit of a background briefing. So 18-1, 18-0 to start off the season into the playoffs. Were you expecting to kind of see everybody fit the way that they did?
Well, I feel that when the season started, I knew that we had a lot of talent this year. And I needed to see whether we were going to play together and really be united as a team.
Right.
Because a lot of times you can start with great talent, but if you can't work together, you're not going to make that go through far enough. So I feel that we did unite it very early in the season. And I think that actually helped to get us to where we started winning games right away. I feel that every single girl from that team was put in more than 100% every single day. They were pushed very tough. They handled it very well. And, the success was starting to show right away. And it got to a point where I realized that, okay, this is a very strong team, and, we need to keep it together. And I know that they can tell you later on that they did many things to be able to continue to have that unity that you need as a team. And I feel that they did it very well this year. And that got the entire team to have the record that they did have this year. So at the beginning, I can guess that I had something, but we still need to work to finally put it together.
Right, and I know after speaking with you after multiple games this year, you were humble to the point where it was, we won, happy we took care of business, but never looking too far ahead on that schedule to say, listen, we're undefeated, but, we're going to compete for the Bayside in a few weeks. So always keeping the team in check and making sure that they were just focusing on that next game, no matter if they were 1-0 or 15-0, which is something that I always respected coming out to the games. But I want to transition to you, Cassie, because we're going to see in a second with some of these highlights, but you're an extremely passionate player, I would say, on the court. You kind of leave all your emotions out there. Would you kind of say that heading into this season, you expected to have the amount of success that this team had?
I definitely did. I knew coming in this was a great group of girls, and it was just going to be an amazing season. I was looking forward to it all season, and it's just been a great opportunity to play with them.
How would you kind of sum up this season? You came in, you're a senior, you're a leader, you're looking to play volleyball at the collegiate level, and you're playing with underclassmen like Morgan who have, dominant seasons. You have other individuals. You have a sophomore setter in Hannah Mills. You have other seniors like Ashlyn Brock who come out and give 100% every time. How are you kind of able to lead this team that's kind of filled with, I don't want to say superstars, but very talented individuals?
Well, we're all basically just working together, and it's just, I don't know, it's just been a great season. It's been a great team to work with, and everything's just worked really smoothly, and we all get along together, so that really helps. But it's just been a great year.
Would you say that in your 4-year career, because you've been playing volleyball for 4 years at James M. Bennett, that this was the best and most fun season that you've had since you entered school?
This was definitely the best season I've ever had.
And I know, and we're going to talk about it collegiately, where you're looking to play. I'm going to bring it up right after I introduce Morgan Esham. So middle hitter, first team, all Bayside South. And now this is something, I'll point to the camera, but we have run highlights on our show and on our newscasts several times of your team. I'm sure you guys have seen interviews, whatnot, running as well. And I had both of our news anchors, along with our chief meteorologist, look at me when I showed some of your highlights. And then I said something like, she's only a sophomore. And then afterwards they said, no, was it an issue in the prompter? Did you not read it correctly? And they think it's a joke, but it's the truth. People thought you were a senior. Do you think that playing with Cassie, some of these other seniors, kind of helped rise your level of play as an underclassman?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I've been playing with Cassie and Ashlyn since, was it 8th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Since 8th grade, we played club together, and then just being able to come and play high school with them, it's really helped me a lot. They have more experience of the high school level, and they've really taught me how to transition from club to high school and how to really thrive on the team.
Now, you are an underclassman. You're losing some of the senior leadership, like Cassie, like Ashlyn. Do you think that by playing with them the last 2 years has kind of helped you or will help you kind of transition into that leadership role next year and then even into your senior season? But let's just focus on next year. Playing with them, learning from them. Do you think you're going to be able to step into a role like that next year?
Yeah, they've definitely taught me a lot. I know that Cassie, she was our captain last year or one of our captains this year. And she's definitely taught me how being a leader is and how when the captains have to run practice, how it's supposed to be. And Ashlyn's taught me a lot about sportsmanship and how to really uplift the team and help everyone out.
Now, it's kind of like this story of like two different halves here. A lot of emotion on the court. We see it in some of the highlights. And then more of like a reserved, shy type. I know we spoke about that after some of the games. Morgan's a little bit more shy about some of her kills. But I saw a little bit of emotion when, you played Stephen Decatur a few times and a little bit of some of those rivalry games. Yeah. And Coach, the one thing I do want to ask you is, after such a fantastic season, what are you going to miss most about this team, this 2017 James M. Bennett volleyball team?
There's so many fun times with the team. I mean, everybody has their own personality that, one day we can laugh with Cassie, with Morgan. Another day we can laugh something with our setter, Hannah Mills. Another day it could be Ashlyn, Bite. I mean, it's one of the, I think one of the things that comes to my mind right away is the fact that we actually do have one of our players who is learning English at this moment.
Right.
And that brought the team to even learn how to speak Spanish on the court. And I find that to be such a great point for everybody to realize that, when you have a great team, you include everybody in it. And I feel that this team has done very well to put everybody together and to work together. And if I am going to miss something, I'm going to miss how they actually work united and they include everybody. And they're all very humble. And that's the great part that I love about this team.
And it has been an absolute pleasure, I want to say, covering everybody this year. Congratulations to each of you on all the accomplishments.
Thank
and
you.
I know we're hearing maybe possibly another volleyball game later this month. We're not going to give too much info, but
Yes.
We'll get to it. Unfortunately, though, we're hitting another break, but when we come back, we take you out to Delaware as the high school basketball season kicked off last night. Several games coming your way next on DSI.
I am Kevon Williams from Stephen Decatur High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.